This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Good afternoon and welcome to the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Ashlyn Tubbs. SGA executive runoff elections start today. The blocks in the running are One Tech and Experience Where It Counts. Voting opened at 9 o'clock this morning and will run until 7 p.m. tomorrow. To vote, go to vote.ttu.edu, and for more information on the candidate blocks running, go to ttuhub.net. Tech Activities Board hosted an event where students had the opportunity to get creative and decorate their fish tanks. That's right, fish tanks. Erin Willis reports from the sub.
Tech Activities Board had students hooked yesterday at their Make Your Own Fish Tank event. When students arrived, they grabbed a fish tank, got it filled up with rocks, added a plant, and even got their very own goldfish. Kelsey James, TAB's daytime event planner, was in charge of this event.
Well, we actually go to the student conference every year called NACA, and from that we get a bunch of vendors and, get some websites, contact information. So one day I was just looking through one of the websites and thought that this would be a really neat idea.
Typically, daytime TAB events get around 100 student participants, but for this event, 250 fish and tanks were ordered.
So we actually used a local store, Mr. Aquarium, and he provided us with all the fish. And then the other things we ordered, like the tanks, the gravel, and the plants that they can put in. The only other event that we've had that was as successful as this was our Make Your Own Travel Mug. So this has definitely exceeded all of our expectations.
The Make Your Own Fish Tank event caught the eye of many students because it was so original.
Well, I really wanted a fish in my dorm, and that's so I could make a little tank, decorate it myself. Because we went to the Decorate Your Cup event, and that was fun, so we decided to come to this one.
Tech Activities Board has fun events just like this one every week. To find an event you might be interested in, go to facebook.com/techactivitiesboard. For MCTV, I'm Erin Willis.
Chipotle lovers can breathe now after NBC News reported that the famous burrito restaurant's guacamole and salsa shortage scare was just a precaution. Early this week, Chipotle reported its 10K filing report to the Security and Exchange Commission, and the company claimed that in the case of global climate change, the cost of food would skyrocket and cause Chipotle to stop selling salsa and guacamole, which could hurt their overall company's profits. The story was quickly picked up by national news organizations and went viral. The term guacapocalypse was coined, and customers were beginning to panic. Chris Arnold, Chipotle's communication director, set the record straight by announcing that their filing was just a routine risk factors report and that the company will continue its supply of salsa and guacamole. Tech men's basketball team has been creating a buzz at their games lately. Last Tuesday, Tech set another student attendance record. Reporter Danielle King has more on the story.
10,000 students. That's the attendance goal Texas Tech's men's basketball coach Tubby Smith hoped to reach last Tuesday night against Kansas State. Half-court shots worth $10,000, over $2,000 in scholarship money, free trips to upcoming sporting events, and gift cards were all given away in the hopes to entice students to show up. Zach Hancher, a senior business major from Dallas, Texas, had his doubts about reaching the attendance goal.
I don't think so. There's 1,200 people here in 40 minutes. 35. Last game. No way.
Anthony Ibarra, a junior speech pathology major from El Paso, Texas, was one of 8 lucky students to attempt a half-court shot with the whole arena looking on.
That's my name. I didn't expect that at all.
Anthony stepped up and took his shot, but came up just short of the basket. He wasn't the only one disappointed, though, with all of the students missing their half-court attempts, and the Raiders losing their halftime lead in the second half. Attendance for the game was just a little over 6,000, over 3,000 short from their goal. The final score was 60-56, Kansas.
Both the basketball team and our baseball team has had a good season so far. Let's turn to Gerald at the sports desk to see what we can expect from sports this weekend. Eric?
Thank you, Ashlyn. And yes, you are right. This weekend is sure going to be full of excitement, and there will be multiple games going on all over campus. Baseball will have a series against New Mexico State at Danlaw Field at Rip Griffin Park. Basketball will be hosting its last home game against UT on Saturday, and softball will be hosting the Janine McCaney Memorial Classic at Rocky Johnson Field. The baseball team has been off to a hot start this season. The team won a series against third-ranked Indiana a couple of weeks ago and beat 10th-ranked Rice this past weekend. The Red Raiders are now 10-3 and are getting ready for their series against New Mexico State. This will be a 4-game series starting tonight at 6:30. Game 2 will also be at 6:30 tomorrow. Game 3 will be at 2 o'clock on Saturday, and then the Red Raiders will finish up the series on Sunday at noon. Let's try to break a world record for the biggest gathering of fans wearing fake mustaches during Friday's game, and make sure to bring your dogs to the bark in the park during Sunday's game. Pack those stands and get those guns up for the baseball team this weekend. The softball team has started their season 13-6. Starting tonight, the team will be playing at The Rock. Tonight, there will be a doubleheader against UT Arlington and Northern Colorado, starting at 5:30. Tomorrow, the Lady Raiders will face New Mexico State, which will start at 5:30 as well. They will finish up the Classic with another doubleheader on Sunday against Northern Colorado and Abilene Christian, starting at 12:30. Just yesterday, the football team had its first spring ball practice. The team is coming off a huge win against Arizona State in the 2013 National University Holiday Bowl in San Diego this past December. The Red Raiders will be getting ready for the 2014 season with the 15 practices they are allowed this spring. There will be 3 practices that will be open to the fans and media. Everyone should come support the football team and see how the team is doing. Let's take a look at the upcoming dates for the open practices this spring. For the second time in 2 seasons, the football team will host a practice in Midland. This will be the first open practice and will be at Grande Communications Stadium at 1 p.m. on Saturday, March 9th. The second open practice will be the Friday night light scrimmage here at the Jones on April 4th at 8 p.m. The last open practice will be the 2014 spring game, which will start at 11 a.m. Saturday, April 12th. Make sure to mark these dates on your calendars and come enjoy some football. The basketball team was also in action yesterday. Last night, the team played 8th-ranked Kansas at Allen Fieldhouse. The Red Raiders unfortunately fell to the Jayhawks 82-57. The team is now 13-17, and they have 1 game left this season. This game will be against UT this Saturday at the United Spirit Arena at 3 o'clock. The basketball team is also projected to play Oklahoma State in the first round of the Big 12 tournament on March 12th in Kansas City. Well, that sums up today's segment for sports. This was Eric Gerald, and remember, Red Raiders, guns up. Back to you, Ashlyn.
Thank you, Eric. Well, I hope the weather will not affect the women's basketball team and students traveling this weekend. It was pretty chilly this morning, but will it warm up again? Our weather specialist, Carly Smith, has all you need to know about weather this week. Carly?
You know, Ashlyn, the temperatures out here are already starting to feel warmer today as we're sitting at about 65 degrees right now, and temperatures could possibly climb near 70 with the sunny skies out. And so as we head into tonight's forecast, the temperature will drop into the 40s with partly cloudy skies. And then as we head into tomorrow, the temperature looks like it could reach almost 80 degrees with a high of 79 right now. And partly sunny skies and those southwest winds will bring in those warmer temperatures. And so as we take a look at our 3-day forecast, you'll see Friday night into Saturday morning, there will be another cold front pushing through. And so with that cold front, winds could gust even stronger. As Friday, the winds could reach 16 or more, and Saturday, the winds could be 18 miles per hour or more. And so with that being said, Saturday temperatures will drop into 49 for high and 35 for a low. And there is a chance of showers with this cold front at 20% and mostly cloudy skies. And Sunday, it looks great again. Temperatures will warm into the 60s again with the wind shifting back to the southwest at 6 to 12 miles per hour. And so once again, if you are traveling outside of Lubbock, we have some regional travel temperatures for you. The Dallas-Fort Worth area looks like it could see showers Saturday, and Austin and Houston, it looks like it could be rainy and even some thunderstorms Saturday and into Sunday, with temperatures pretty mild at 50s in Dallas, 60s and 50s in Austin, and 70s and 60s in Houston. And so with thunderstorms possibly reaching those areas, This is the start of severe weather season. March is typically when severe weather starts to hit, although for Lubbock, we are more prone to severe weather in May and June. And so nationally, this is Severe Weather Preparedness Week. And here in Lubbock, to end the week, we have a Severe Weather Awareness Day, which will be at the Science Spectrum, and there'll be tons of events and booths that you can check out and learn more about severe weather and what to do if a severe storm hits your area. So, Ashlyn, back to you.
Thank you, Carly. That's all for the Thursday edition from the MCTV Weekday Update. Visit ttuhub.net every day for the latest on news. See you next week.